Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and in today's video the topic is the insurance company wants to sue me, but I didn't cause the crash. What's going on? So I'm actually seeing this happen more and more and more. I represent a lot of people who've been involved in a car crash. Always could use more, so if you know anybody, send them my way, 312-500-4500. But I represent a lot of people who've been involved in a car crash, and even in situations where it's pretty clear that the other guy caused the crash. But here's what's happening a whole lot. And I've never really seen this before, but insurance companies are getting aggressive. What they'll do is, even though the police report, it's clear as day that the other guy caused the crash, they are now sending threatening letters to my people saying, pay us what we paid to fix our guy's car or we're going to sue you. Wow, that's crazy, right? Even in situations where they know and we know that they're never going to be able to prove that you caused the crash. So this must be what's happening. People who don't have a lawyer, don't consult with a lawyer, must be agreeing to pay them money. It's the only thing I can think of. And here's the thing, like, if somebody says, oh, pay me money, and you pay them money, even if you don't owe them money, they're making a profit off doing it, right? I'm seeing this a lot where I represent people where their insurance accidentally lapsed or something like that, right? And so they're trying to shake my clients down. And a lot of times I'll have the police report, and I'm looking at the police report. It's like their guy is unit one, and on a police report, whoever's unit one, the cop thinks caused the crash. And the diagram shows the front of their car hit the back of our car. We have good property damage. And we have two witnesses in our car, and it was just one guy in the other car. So how in the world are they ever going to prove that it's our guy's fault? So what should you do if you get a threatening letter from the insurance company like that? They're trying to sue you for their guy's property damage, their car that they fixed. Well, the first thing you should do is, if you have insurance, you should immediately call your insurance and report it and give them a copy of that letter. Why? Because you have a duty under your insurance agreement with your insurance that if anyone is making a case or claim against you, you notify them immediately and you cooperate. Okay? So you need to notify them right away. You need to cooperate right away. And if they call you and want information, you have to provide it, right? So that's if you have insurance. Now, what happens if you don't have insurance? Well, if you don't have insurance and you do have a lawyer, like let's say you got injured in the case and your car was damaged, but you didn't have insurance, your insurance lapsed, or you switched insurance companies and there was a gap of a couple of days where you were unsure, or you changed banks and you were auto debiting for your insurance and for a month it screwed up. So unbeknownst to you, you were uninsured. You didn't have insurance. You don't have anybody to report it to, and nobody's going to hire a lawyer and defend you. But if you have an injury lawyer who represents you, they will probably defend you in the case for free. Okay? They'll probably go to court for you, defend you, fight the case for you. And usually once these insurance companies realize a lawyer is on the case against them, they give up. They'll non-suit the case. They'll call you. Some of them won't, though. Some of them will go all the way. But if you have an injury lawyer who's representing you for personal injuries, it's the same case. They have an interest in you being found not guilty of the crash and the other guy being found guilty of the crash, right? So your lawyer may be willing to help you. Now, what do you do? What do you do if they're suing you for the property damage and you didn't have insurance and you don't have a lawyer and you can't get a lawyer for personal injury? Let's say the police report puts you as unit one. And so that means the police officer thinks you caused the crash. Well, then you're in a bit of a predicament. I had a call from somebody who was in this exact situation. And basically what I told her is, look, it's going to depend on what your financial situation is and how much they're asking for, right? If you cause a crash and you don't have insurance and you don't pay, you're not financially responsible, they can report you to the Illinois Secretary of State and get your driver's license suspended, right? So you don't want a suspended driver's license, because if they do that, it stays suspended until you pay what you owe. Then you petition the Secretary of State to allow you to reinstate your driver's license, right? Pain in the butt. Who wants to do that, right? So if they're only asking for a small amount of money, maybe you call them and set up a payment plan. If they're asking for a ton of money and you have a defense to the case, like you don't think it was your fault, or it's a 50-50 case, it might make sense to hire a lawyer to defend you, depending on the circumstance. Now, the problem is a lawyer who does that kind of work is going to ask for a retainer, and you're going to have to pay them by the hour, or they'll defend you for a flat fee. And even though you might pay the lawyer anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000 to defend you, maybe more, there's no guarantee that they're going to win the case. There's no guarantee that they're going to reduce the damages, right? So that's something to think about. The third thing to think about if you're uninsured and you're being sued by the other driver's insurance is, what is your financial picture, right? Were you uninsured at that time because you're between jobs and you got no money and your credit card debt is crazy? You have a part-time job only and you owe a ton of money? Well, if you have a ton of debt anyway, it might be time to consider filing for bankruptcy. Now, I don't take that lightly. It's certainly not the ideal, but if your finances are really screwed up anyway, and an insurance company is going to go to court and get a judgment against you and garnish your wages or ruin your credit, you're probably better off just going to see a bankruptcy lawyer for $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is they charge these days, and file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. That will wipe out all your debt, or most of your debt, depending on what kind of debt there is. And it will also mean that whatever claim they have against you is zeroed out, right? So that would be my advice under those various circumstances. If you just got a threatening letter or phone call from some insurance company or some lawyer's office claiming to be collecting on behalf of an insurance company, that's what I would recommend doing. So hope that info helps you. Certainly not a happy video if you're under those circumstances. Nobody likes to get a letter saying they're getting sued. But that's the world we live in, and insurance companies are getting more and more aggressive about collecting money, even if they don't deserve it. So anyway, that is what I would recommend. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you and the family are well, but if God forbid you or someone you know has been involved in a crash, please think of me, send them my way. You can call me anytime, night or day, 312-500-4500. If you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I've got some cool tools on my website. One is called the Case Cash Calculator, tells you what your case might be worth. Link in the description, completely free. Takes 10 or 15 seconds to answer, and then you get an idea of what your case might be worth. I also have the Good Case Calculator. Same thing, 10, 15 seconds, couple of multiple choice questions, no lawyer to talk to, but you get insight as to whether your case is good or whether your case might have some challenges to it, right? So same thing, link in the description, check her out. If you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified when I release new videos. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, I really could use a 5-star review on Google for you if you enjoy my videos and the info and help I provide to injured people for free. I'll leave the link in the description. All you do is go to that website, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. 5 seconds for you, but literally invaluable help to me in my law practice, and I would really appreciate it. So hope you are doing well. Hope the family is doing well. If I can be of assistance, please feel free to reach out, okay? So thanks for watching again. Have a beautiful day, and until next time, take care.